Again, everybody, it's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday the 31st, last day of July, and the market had an interesting update today. Several stocks that we follow had great sessions. Let's take a look at some of the stocks that was of interest to me today. ADMA following through with an inside day and a positive one, up 24 cents or about 4%, but it looks like momentum has this going higher. Up 8 days in a row, I think we're going to see 7 3/4 8 on this move, eventually closer to 10. Up next is AJRD, a nice pop breakout of a base that's been in place since October of last year. I believe we're going to retest that 36 range, 36.5, I think that was the high was there. That was actually close to the 35.80, but at some point, I'm looking for 42. I think that's the beginning of a move with that kind of price volume thrust. Allison, that's the transmission company, they had a large consolidation going back to October. Multiple tops, broke through with a big bang today. 47 up 518 at 12.4%. Volume at 4.7 million, one of the biggest in last year. Looks to me like it's headed towards the channel top, which says mid-50s. ARNC, well, I wanted to show you the breakout from these declining tops line. Moving averages crossed over after it gapped. Formed a little wedge, broke out, and it gapped again. Now it's got a rising flag again. Targeting 24, 25.5, and 27 3/4. ATTU, a really good looking chart. Coiling base pattern. A breakout, rising, call it rising flag. Breakaway gap, and running. Next target's going to be about 20. CASI, nice looking little mini coil or flag in here. If we break out across the double top, which would be our next objective, to take out 833.35 and then head towards 11. CDNA popped out of a coil today, jumping $1.36 or 11%. Line picked up a little bit, not a lot, but if we can get through 1370, I think the stock retests the high at 16. Beyond that, we'll just have to see what they want to do with it. You can see the potential is way up there in the 20s. CGNX, after a nice declining five-wave decline, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, a base was formed. Today it broke out of the base with a big gap and a surge of 853 or 19.3% of 4.9 million. Excuse me. That's the biggest volume on an update more than a year. About December of last year. To me, it looks like we're headed into that 58.60 zone, and following that, we might get up towards high 60s. Those are your targets on CGNX. Coherus snapped back from support after testing it. Now has the potential of taking it out 1950.60 and running up to 22.3. Cool. Well, after the spike off the low and a pullback, it formed a little wedge. It broke out today. Volume picked up a little bit. I want to see if there's more upside. Key resistance now, 26 and 29.5. Those are my targets as well. CORV broke out yesterday. A little bit of a fall through today. It's at resistance, but I feel this is a $6.5, $7 stock going forward. CSII. Break out of a base and steadily moving up. Today it exploded for 442, 13%. Next target around 42.5, followed by high 40s. Echo Logistics. Well, after months of basing and coiling, it broke out a couple days ago, pulled back, and then today it resumed. Up 210, 6.5%. On a parallel basis, feels like this is going to be a $40 stock, my target. HABT, the restaurant chain, broke out, pulled back, exploded recently. It's right at the major declining top sign, right there. Had an inside day as it backed off of it, but a positive day. If we break out, we should test the gap at 1440 and then 1560. LBY coming out of a base perhaps? We'll find out soon because the resistance that it needs to exceed is 1030. We got up to about 980 today, backed off to 958. It was a big day though. Up 248 or 35% on 1.3 million. Looks like that's going to be headed higher. Targets going forward, 13 and 15. in our HD with beautiful rising channel of the last few months. Popped out of the flag a week ago and still running up out of a little mini flag here. It feels like this stock could be upwards of mid-teens on a short-term basis, but on an intermediate basis, but on a short-term basis, $8. Northern Oil and Gas. After a 5-wave advance and that 3-wave corrective falling wedge, it broke out there. It's moved up nicely, and it looked like in the 5th wave of this advance with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Should get this up around 4 1/4 a half, and then we're looking at 5 3/4. Tandem Diabetes, after pulling back for a few days, exploded back up today, 272 or 11%, 3.9 million. Volume was the heaviest we've seen in about a month. If it breaks out above 28.90, this stock could be in the mid-30s. Keep an eye on this one. VNE, a spin-off from Autolive, ran up, pulled back, held 50% retracement. For the last 3 days have been excellent. Snapping back from 45.85 to 53.48 today, new post-IPO high. I'm looking for high 50s. Finally, XENE, with a pop of about 75 cents or 8.15%. Triple bottom held support. Looks like the channel held well as well. My intermediate target is 14.5. Short-term target, 12. That's it for tonight, folks. Have a good evening. Let's make some money tomorrow.